Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about adding basing to your minis so that they can look nice and grounded as they head off to war on the game table. The main material we'll be using today is this acrylic basing sand from Ammo, as well as some daffodil tufts from Warlord Games. A tuft of daffodils amongst the carnage and bloodshed is like a breath of fresh air. You'll also need a couple of brushes, nothing too fancy. This one feels just mediocre enough, I suppose. But would you know, I forgot to bring a mini with me. Better go harvest one. Alright, what have we got here? This one isn't quite bright yet. Still gray. Oh hell no, this one is way too big. I need to get out here more often. This one's been on the vine for way too long. Even the squirrels wouldn't go near it. We'll just leave that one for the worms. Oh, here. This one looks good. Snip, snip, motherfucker. Get rid of the stem, and there you go. Let's throw some dirt on this little man. So as you can see, this warrior looks like he's standing on top of a black, desolate void, which looks shitty and boring. Let's start by spreading some of that acrylic sand all around his feet. Looks like he spilled the hummus dip at the office party. Way to go, asshole. Why don't you get down there and eat it like a dirty little hog? Oh, sorry, folks. I got a little bit lost in the moment there. Must be lunchtime. Speaking of lunch, it's time to break off a piece of this happy daffodil salad and use some little baby scissors to trim it down to nice bite-sized pieces. We're going to plant those in the acrylic sand while it's still wet, just tapping them into place with your index finger. I'd use tweezers, but working with my hands makes me feel like a god tending his tiny little garden while a scared, shitless little dude watches, too paralyzed with fear to scream or run away. Well, would you look at that? I'd frolic to those daffodils any day. Once your sand is dry and solid, you can add a sepia wash over it to give it depth. I'm using the Citadel shade Seraphim Sepia. I'm just going in with a pointed brush and spreading it all over the base. Don't be too heavy-handed here. You want a thin, even coat. Of course, depending on the terrain your boys will be battling on, you might want to experiment and give them a more rugged, rocky base, or maybe some snow if you're feeling festive. Just remember to seal your basing and your model with a light coat of gloss varnish, followed by a matte finish. Unless you're in the army in a wet t-shirt contest and you like that shiny look, nobody wants to go to the war in the rain. Now, just for fun, I'm using the Games Workshop technical Blood for the Blood God to base one of my soldiers to look like he just suffered a massive nosebleed out on the battlefield. Don't worry, little man. Corn ain't picky about where the blood sacrifice comes from, just as long as it's fresh. I'm just laying this down on the dry acrylic sand, dabbing it around here and there. And you know what? This actually looks like shit. Never mind. So there you have it. Sandy carpet flocked with sweet tufts of daffodil. Before we go, I want to say thanks to all our friends who joined us for the annual Hard Knocks Thanksgiving celebration. Everyone's hard work on their armies really showed, and the battlefields looked mighty fine. We collected a tower of canned goods to donate to our local food drive, and the good holiday vibes were cherished by all. Please support this channel by checking out our website, hardknocksgames.com, where you can purchase many of the tools and materials featured in this video. Thank you for supporting indie game shops and local businesses.